light in here. I'll tell you one thing. Regular women like you guys get better with age. Trans women, we get better with dim lighting. I'm just saying, I have a face for the pillow, basically. I'm at the point now, I don't like aging as a trans woman. I really don't like it. Like, if you look at this, the skin under my eyes is so thin and papery. Nicolas Cage tried to steal it thinking it was the Declaration of Independence. Dude, it's so bad. I'm at the point I lie about my age on dating websites. Like, how old do you think I am? 30? Good guess, oh my god. That means you get to live tonight, otherwise I was gonna murder you. But I lie about my age on dating websites, I do. And this one guy caught me. I got in the car with him, he took one look at me, one look at my Tinder profile, and he was like, there's no fucking way you're 12. It's hard to date as a trans person. I don't know who I'm supposed to date. Like, am I supposed to date gay guys? Am I supposed to date straight guys? Am I supposed to date bi guys? I typically date mechanics. They're used to being covered in tranny fluid. No, probably one of the weirdest relationships I ever had, I dated my drug dealer. Right? I get in the car with him, and drug dealers have the worst pickup lines. He says, yo, you ever been with a dope boy before? So I just turned to him and I was like, you ever been with a girl with a 12-inch dick before? He hadn't, so we went back to his place. And the thing about this is how I know I was supposed to be born a woman. Because as I'm blowing him for drugs, I hand him my phone at like mid-fellatio. And I'm just like, hey, can you put in the date and time you were born? I want to see if our star charts match. The cool thing about being able to do that voice still, it's the best way to get out of a creepy guy hitting on me at the bar. Like, he's like, yo, can I buy you a drink? And I'm like, nah, man, I ain't fucking gay. Like, I don't know what about any of this would make you think I'm into Jews. It sucks though, because it comes out when I have sex. Like, I want to orgasm like a porn star. I orgasm like a football coach. I'm like, good game, brother! Gotta work on that tackle at the end, though. I feel like being trans has changed a lot over the years. Like, I came out as trans 10 years ago, and I'm gonna make myself sound really old. I came out on Facebook. I got one comment. It said, kill yourself, faggot. Be home for dinner at 5, love mom. Dude, like, my mom, she was not accepting at first, but she is really accepting now. The one thing about my mom, I'm originally from Ohio, she is bathed in the blood of Christ. She is the type of woman who's been smoking a pack of Virginia Slim Luxury Light 120, the one with the yellow stripe, every single day since she was about 4 years old. So sometimes, like, my mom will ask me stupid questions. Like, one time I came home and she asked me, so honey, I understand this woman thing you got going on now. But the one thing I do not understand is how do you orgasm? Right, at first I thought it was sad my mom was asking how I orgasm, but it's way more pathetic my mom is the only one who cares if I come. So I told her, Mom, I orgasm the same way everyone else does. By myself to 12 years a slave. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about like some dark stuff. I had a testicular cancer scare recently. And the thing about that is it genuinely was the saddest day of my life. When they told me I got to keep my testicles. Dude, like, I had to go to the hospital. They had to give me an ultrasound for that. I called it a ultrasound. But the thing was, the nurse was like pushing me in the wheelchair, and she was making commentary to all the other nurses. She was like, out of the way, this lady's testicles are in a tizzy. I was like, what happened to HIPAA? So it's crazy. I've had a weird life though. I know this is Austin. They ban porn now, but luckily I have an OnlyFans. Give it up for that. It's not going well. I only have one subscriber, but I'm glad my dad's finally being supportive. The thing was, like 10 years ago, trans people could not get a normal job. You know, it was a lot harder for us back then. You know, for instance, I did have to do porn, and I did professional porn shoots. And the one thing I learned from doing porn is that I am bad at sex. And I know this because they flew me in to do the shoot. They flew me in on Delta, they flew me back on Spirit. But sometimes I like to relive the glory days of back when I was a little bit skinnier. And the thing about that, I'll read my Pornhub comments. And I saw one that changed my life forever. It just said, I can tell she's trying her best. If my dad had said that once to me, I would have stayed a guy. Anyone in here ever go through the millennial breakup? It's where you break up and you're too broke to move out, so you have to finish out the lease for 6 fucking months. I did that, and it was basically like living in the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea. We only communicated through passive-aggressive radio signals. Like, he would play Beat It by Michael Jackson. I would play You're So Vain. He would play F You by CeeLo Green. Then I would play the 3 of his friends on his bed while he was at work. I'm 6 years sober from crack, meth, and heroin. I was about to say, you better applaud for that, or I will go to a public library and I will read to each and every one of your kids in drag. But the thing about that, people always tell me I don't look like I've ever done drugs. Then they look at my teeth. And some guy literally came up to me and he was like, honey, your teeth are like Hillary Clinton's friends. Some are missing, most are just dead. I think I am a lot like Hillary Clinton, at least with her emails, because with this dick I tried to destroy the evidence, but people know something's there. I think the thing I hate about dental care, I had to have a tooth removed recently. How much do you think I paid to get a tooth extraction with insurance?
Like $2,000.
Exactly! $2,000! My dental insurance is like a 20-year-old girl's outfit. Nothing is covered and my shit's falling out. Also at this point, my dentist is more like my boyfriend. My mouth is so bad, he spends 3 hours in there and still doesn't finish. What? I mean, I can try it out on you later, but I don't know how that's gonna work out.
I mean, you want some of this, player?
So, leave you guys on this. I used to give back to the community. I did drug prevention programs in the Cleveland public school system, and they were through the performing arts, because we all know how to get young men in school to think staying sober is cool. Have a tranny do live theater and musical numbers about it. And in one of these plays, I was playing a pregnant teenager. I don't know what part of that is more unbelievable. And during the performance, this little kid, he was like raising his hand, he was like, but boys can't have babies. I've never wanted to punch a middle schooler so much in my life. Long story short, I am not banned from the Cleveland public school system. But I think they underutilize my skills because I'm a good cautionary tale. Like, could you imagine me coming out there and I was just like...
So I used to have a really hot girlfriend. I had a full ride scholarship to Ohio State.
I injected 1 marijuana. I went from being a tight end to a wide open receiver. But it wasn't all bad, because a teacher came up to me after the play and he was like, listen, I thought your acting was really good. And I was like, thank you, we've been working on the play for forever. And he was like, no, the play sucked. I saw your video, I could tell you were trying your best. So guys, are you ready for your feature?